There is a moment, a very specific moment, when someone goes from being good at something to being extraordinary at it. The ancient samurai understood this moment better than anyone in history. They had a word for it. Not talent, not luck, not even intelligence. They called it Shokunin, the spirit of the craftsman, the obsessive, almost spiritual pursuit of perfection in a single thing. For over 1,000 years, the samurai of Japan built a culture entirely around this idea that how you do something matters as much as what you do. A warrior who could not sharpen his own sword with patience and precision was not ready to use it in battle. Today, we explore 7 samurai principles that will permanently change the way you approach mastery in any area of your life. The first principle is shuhari. Shu, ha. Ri. Shu means follow, obey the rules completely. Ha means break, begin to question and adapt. Ri means transcend. Leave the rules behind and become the art itself. Most people who fail to master something skip straight to Ri. They want to do it their own way before they have ever truly learned the fundamentals. The samurai would spend years in Shu alone, drilling the same sword strike thousands of times, not to get better, but to make it automatic, to let the body remember what the mind can forget. Your first lesson: before you innovate, imitate. Before you transcend, obey. The second principle is Kaizen, continuous improvement. The samurai did not train to become the best swordsman in the land. They trained to be slightly better tomorrow than they were today. This is the most underestimated idea in all of self-improvement. We overestimate what one dramatic effort can do, and we completely underestimate what one small daily action compounds into over a year. 1% better every day. That is all. In 1 year, you are not 1% better. You are 37 times better. Not 37%. 37 times. Your second lesson: the master is just the student who never stops showing up. The third principle is mushin, no mind. In battle, a samurai could not afford to think. If you think, you hesitate. If you hesitate, you die. Mushin is the state where skill becomes instinct, where the gap between intention and action disappears completely. You experience mushin yourself, perhaps without knowing the name. It is the moment when you are so absorbed in what you are doing that time stops. Athletes call it flow. Philosophers call it pure presence. And the only path to mushin, the only path, is repetition so deep that the movement no longer requires thought. Your third lesson: true mastery is not thinking less, it is thinking in silence. The fourth principle is zanshin, lingering awareness. After a samurai completed a sword strike, he did not relax. He maintained complete, watchful alertness, body still poised, mind still engaged, eyes still observing. Zanshin is the art of finishing fully. Most people give 90% and then mentally leave before the task is done. The samurai gave 100% and then stayed present in the aftermath. In modern life, zanshin looks like this: you send an important message and you follow up. You complete a project and you review it. You finish a conversation and you reflect on it. Your fourth lesson: excellence is not in the doing, it is in the completion of the doing. The fifth principle is Ikigai, your reason for being. The samurai did not simply pick a skill at random. They were called to a path that was deeply aligned with who they were at their core. Ikigai sits at the intersection of 4 questions. What do you love? What are you good at? What does the world need? And what can you be paid for? The samurai who fought without Ikigai was a weapon without direction. Technically skilled, but hollow. The one who had found his Ikigai, his purpose, could endure any hardship because he knew why he was enduring it. Mastery without meaning is exhaustion. Mastery with meaning is inexhaustible. Your fifth lesson: before you master your craft, make sure it is your craft to master. The sixth principle is perhaps the most counterintuitive. It is called Ma. Ma means negative space, the silence between notes, the pause between breaths, the emptiness between sword strikes. In Japanese art, the empty spaces in a painting are not mistakes, they are essential. The beauty exists precisely because of the space around it. The samurai understood that rest is not the opposite of mastery, it is a part of mastery. The body grows in rest, the mind consolidates in sleep, the spirit deepens in silence. Modern culture celebrates the one who works 18 hours a day, but the samurai admired the warrior who knew when to be still, because stillness is where wisdom grows. If you have not scheduled deep, deliberate rest into your practice, you are not practicing mastery, you are practicing burnout. Your sixth lesson, the space between efforts, is where excellence is born. The seventh and final principle is Shisei, the principle of posture and attitude. The samurai believed that your outer posture reflects your inner state. A slouching warrior was not simply physically weak, he was spiritually unprepared. Shisei is about how you hold yourself in the face of difficulty. Not just your body, but your attitude, your character, your inner posture when things go wrong. Because here is the truth about mastery that no one tells you, the path will break you. Multiple times. There will be plateaus so long you will question everything. There will be failures so sharp they will cut like a blade. And in those moments, how you hold yourself will determine everything. The master is not the one who never fell down. The master is the one who fell down and got up with better posture than before. Your seventh lesson, mastery is not a destination. It is an attitude carried through every stage of the journey. 7 principles, 7 ancient truths that the samurai knew and that most people in the modern world have forgotten. Shuhari, follow before you lead. Kaizen, improve before you transform. Mushin, practice until thinking disappears. Zanshin, stay present even after you finish. Ikigai, know your why. Ma, honor the space between. And Shisei, hold yourself with dignity through it all. These are not motivational ideas. They are operating principles, forged in centuries of discipline, tested in the silence of training halls, and proven on the fields of history. The question is not whether these principles work. They have been working for over 1,000 years. The question is, will you? If this video gave you something, a single idea, a quiet shift, then share it with someone who is in the middle of their own struggle toward mastery. And if you are new here, welcome. Every week, we explore Japanese philosophy and ancient wisdom for the modern world. Subscribe, and we will walk this path together. Isho ni. Together.